Love and Light Collective. All right, so I'm still in this major transition phase. For those that weren't aware, so bear with your girl over the next few weeks here, because I'm making a major move, and well, major moves plural, really, if I'm being honest. Um, so we might have a few more blackout sessions than lives in the next few weeks. I'm going to try to balance ish out along the way, of course, but just be mindful to be patient, okay? Please and thank you, because this is a process, and like yourselves, I too am doing my best. All right, so there's that. But I was guided to do a message, and you guys, I actually um, have access to some of the decks that won't be at what I'm currently considering home base. So I thought it best to, definitely pull some cards while I'm still around the to see what message can come out for whoever may really need one. All right, so here I am. If you appreciate all of that, I really appreciate you hitting the like, supporting the channel. Thank you for those that will tip, donate, and while personal readings are still currently open, ordering just that. Okay, so I'm not really sure exactly when that window is going to close, you guys. Speaking of personal readings, but I will be mindful to post that to the community page when that's like an official thing. So you guys be mindful. Check the community board of the channel. All right, there's tidbits and info and inspiration, all of that jazz on there, as well as if you guys were not yet aware, um, please also check the description box because it's been heavily updated and it now should include information regarding the new Facebook group as well as the Facebook page. Now, you guys, they're two different things, and I feel like you guys maybe didn't understand that, so just trying to offer a little bit more clarity regarding that. Thank you for those that actually supported both the page and the group. And it's my intention, you guys, in case you cared, to have certain readings in the group that don't necessarily make it to the channel over here or any other platform. So I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit more, you know, different mean, a little bit, I don't know how to, what are my words? I'm so tired, you guys, my bad. I'm just trying to make it so that there are more than one way, more than two ways to get some of these free readings to make it a little bit more fun and a lot more interactive, you guys. That's why I wanted the Facebook group. So go support it, okay? Post, say hi, engage, all right? It's definitely at its beginning stages, but you guys, my intention was that we could be a lot more communal and wouldn't have to wait until I'm physically on a live. You know what I mean? So there's that. All right, so let's get to the message. Ooh, 33 on my timer. Yeshua. Welcome. So some of you guys could be of the Christian faith. Others could just know and well love the essence, the spirit, the soul, if you can say it exactly that way. Gosh, that's a whole rabbit hole I damn sure won't come back out of if I go down right about now. So we can't do that at the moment, and that's okay. All right. So yeah, let me not do that. I almost fell in it, you guys, not gonna lie. But you could just be working with Yeshua, okay? Let's call him Jesus, interestingly enough. And so there's that. But 33 is definitely a significant angel number. It's definitely a ascended master angel number. So you might want to look it up. All right. And you guys were talking about grace. I didn't even really get into the decks that we're consulting. Got some angel messages for you, as well as pulling from the Crystal Visions Tarot, which is one of my, oh, it's just such a favorite deck of mine for such an endearing reason. And the interesting thing is, I don't know if you guys would even be familiar with this deck, but the images are not necessarily the happiest, but yet the messages from them are so strong that it's like just such an undeniable deck. So this is a deck that I normally pull from where I'm trying to hone in on the root causes of some less than desirable current energy. So maybe you're feeling that way. It's like, it's like I understand I'm not, the scum of the earth, right? I also understand, I'm divinity having a human experience, right? So I'm not speaking about or to someone who's just day one in this thing called life and understanding what the fuck really is going on here. It's not that. And it's not that you're not satiated by the mystical knowledge, I guess is what I'm honing in on, that you have, but you're like, it's just this feeling, this energy perhaps, in spite of that, I'm just not all the way there yet, or I'm just not, 110% um, content yet, or I have just not made it where I'm going yet. And, if that is you got to know that's normal. I mean, could you imagine how detrimental it might be to one, regardless of who you are or who you are not, right? To live a complete life or incarnation, I guess is the best way to say that, feeling 1,010%, not even just 100%, right? Satiated in all ways, in all forms and aspects that this life, this incarnation has to offer, that would be an extremely red. That would be the red flag zone for sure that you'd be living in. I don't even want to just term it simply and solely as a comfort zone, because that's just such a, it's like, we talk about like, oh, the most highest vibrational path, right? Well, it's the anti that, okay? To be in that energy. And so we're not here to be in that energy all the time. See how that can't be the case, because we're here to learn and grow our soul, right? So what does that entail? Well, that entails being triggered at times, right? And no, we're not here simply and solely for the trauma, right? But we have to honor the good and the bad, maybe even the ugly, right? And maybe all of those things are something sourced out of ourselves at times, and we have to honor that. And by honor, I don't necessarily mean simply and solely celebrate. No, honor and celebrate are two different things at times, right? Right. Okay. Honor the path, honor who you are, honor who you are not. And the reason why the divine wants the message to be delivered with the word honored is because it's just such a magnanimous word. It's not an everyday word. We don't walk around, even to our husbands and wives collective, and say, I honor you. Hell, we don't even say, I respect you half the time. Sadly, this world isn't coded in such a way where we're encouraged to foster loving, caring connections. And see how it's so important. 818 on the clock and 850 on the timer. All right. Look up those angel numbers. What do they really, really help round out the messages, okay? They help you really understand that your inner guidance is not steering you astray as well. So there's that. Right now, whoever I'm speaking to, who all I'm speaking to, you're being called into a more fullness of standing up for yourself spiritually. And that means tapping into your intuition. That means believing your um, otherworldly knowledge the first time, okay? I'm speaking on mystical knowledge for a reason, because you possess just that. And not even simply and not solely just that. So it's time to actually honor who you are. See what I mean? Because whoever I'm speaking to, I'll say it this way because I don't want to word curse anybody, right? In moon cycles past, you had no idea who the hell you are the whole time. And That's not coming through channeled that way to beat you up or to invite you to join in the fight. No. It's to get you to really become inquisitive about wait, why would the channeling come through like that? It almost kind of sounds like I'm something big, something bigger than what I anticipated or could see, right? Right. Maybe that's the message as to why the channeling would come through that way. All right. So, again, this is not an invitation to become disgruntled with who you are and or who you are not. And again, the world will tell you otherwise. They'll just watch you like a damn train wreck unravel before their eyes, trying to figure out, how to become better, how to become, something you're not. This is not a call into that. This is a call into owning who you always were. But some of you, let's be honest, chills on this, so I know I'm speaking the truth, have to realize who the hell you were first, right? And maybe some of you are still in that process, and that's okay because you're right on time. All right. So this is a general collective message collective. um this is why I have to kind of speak in code a certain way. If this is a way that you prefer not to kind of ferret through, because it can be a little bit soupy, I get that. Book a personal reading. All right. um I did put all of the information and the pricing as it now stands in the description box, so you don't even have to email me to ask me anything about that even. All right, tried to streamline the process for you. Definitely check out that updated description box, folks. Okay, there's a lot more in there than probably what I'm even referencing right now, because I'm so tired that I'm probably not thinking of everything. But please check it out. Your girl went through great lengths to kind of fill you guys in, give you the clarity about some things, and update you on some others. So I really appreciate you checking it out. All right. So I'm talking about someone who is really in for a treat as long as they don't give up. Okay. I get it. You probably in the recent months were really feeling like you had this new lease on life. You really felt like, okay, I understand what the next steps are, or maybe not even in a multitude fashion, right? In a plural way. Maybe it was, I understand the assignment, right? Take the energy or the tag words as they resonate for you, okay? Um, and it looked like, hey, I'm actually reaching new levels of mastery in manifestation. And you were, and you are, okay? Keep going, right? I understand the tower moment hit. All right, now I have to speak in code here, collective. Just, you know, I'm trying to make it as clear as possible. But again, this is a general collective. So if you're getting confused, you may be taking a little bit too much out of the pile here, right? So there's that. Please use your intuition. It trumps all, okay? Irregardless of the reader, myself included, and irregardless of the cards coming out, okay? So there's that. Um, but I'm looking at the Two of Swords and the Six of Swords on the other side of this tower, right? See how towers aren't always bad, though they can. Really, especially in the beginning stages, right? Especially when, upon impact, okay, depending on what we're talking about. And again, the tower represents different things for different folks, okay? So I'm not going to go into hella specificity about that. But what I can tell you is on the other side of that tower moment, it definitely shook your faith. Oh, because you know why? Yeah, no, not because you're a bad person. Yeah, no, not that. No, you didn't even fuck up. No, it wasn't that either. You're here to learn and grow your soul. Remember how we just said that, collective? Remember how we were just talking about that? So, like, take the pressure off. Like, you know, tower moments are meant to happen. That's why the divine had somebody make cards about them, because everybody has to go through that. That's why we're. If you're on the Earth realm, please. Okay, listen. I'm being like extremely serious right now. Okay, I promise. Anyone on the Earth realm right now, okay, that can really prove that to me, and you have yet to have a tower moment, please, I need to meet you. I need to meet you because I probably need to study it too, and I damn sure need to take notes, okay? Because I don't really understand in this current existence of mine how you would be able to avoid such a thing. So if that's you out there thinking that you're a bad person because you just couldn't avoid the tower, I need you to understand you're believing a lie. Stop with the hype shit. All right. Um, I had a I had a very powerful, I'll call it that, a very powerful conversation with a very, very special individual last evening. And, you know, I just questioned some of the inner dialogue, right? And, I just asked, like, well, hey, just wondering, how come the narrative is that you're the bad guy? How come you're so quick to retell that story? Like, where did the story originate from? Because I was just curious. I wasn't even trying to, like, I wasn't even, like, on my soapbox. I was just really just curious, just trying to understand. And, of course, the answer is, like, everybody. And I get that, because this world really is templated to be like that. They're not, it's not meant to be an environment easily conducive towards people thriving, barely even surviving, Oftentimes, it's not even an option or an intentioned option that anyone should survive, depending on what all we're talking about. And again, I'm speaking in code for a reason. So there's that. But and as I look up, I see two cards that have two really big words on, like the text on them are really huge. And it says presence and quiet. So I'm like, oh, yeah, let me stop. Or I'm saying too much. And I'm now looking at the Eight of Cups. That's so funny. You guys, I don't know about you. Let me know in the comment section. I really have had hella synchronicities. Like, it's so funny because, like, maybe in the past I would look for them, I'd be mindful to be open to them, but now it's like they're just in the undersides of my eyelids. Like, I cannot, they're just kind of like so in my face that I sometimes chuckle to myself like, wow, like, all right, yep, I get it. I appreciate it though too, because there have been other times in the past where I've been like, can you just give me a little bit more of a bolder synchronicity about this versus that? Like, and I don't really have that issue anymore, so I'm grateful. Maybe that's a little bit of it, but I just wondered, since we're all connected, collective, duh, hello, right? Is it just me? Maybe it's not. So let me know in the comments section, you guys. Are you having a lot of synchronicities that you're just like, wow, that's amazing? I can't really deny that. I hope so. I want that for you. It does help light the path. You know what I mean? So I do appreciate that. And speaking of path, I'm looking at the Ace of Wands here. You guys, I have a lot of cards, and I promise the message stands. But I thought, you know what? It's better to get the message out than all the cards right now. Okay, so bear with me in case you're wondering, why isn't she saying all the cards? Your girl is tired. Okay, so but I'm here, and I love you so much. So if you're still with me, thank you for appreciating me, because I know after 19 minutes you definitely damn sure do. So, thank you. And I promise I'm going to eke out the rest of this message, and I am excited to do it, okay? Because it's good stuff, all right? So on the other side of this tower, right, speaking of with specificity here for some that care, the Two of Swords and the Six of Swords, um, this is telling of your journey so far. And your journey is literally one of getting all of the bad stuff out of the way firstly. Okay, I promise. Just hold on. Don't give up. All right, whoever's resonating with this. And bear with me, collective. I'm going to hit pause because I do need to hydrate. Okay. Um, so, as we know, if you take a 6 and add it to any other 2, right, you get an 8. And we're talking about 2 of swords and 6 of swords. And when we're talking about 8 of them in the tarot, right, it's really not good energy, is it? It's like talking about how maybe you think you might want to actually do it this time, right? And I'm so grateful. Thank you so much that you didn't, for whoever's resonating with that, okay? I really mean that. And I also know the amount of strength that it takes to not do that, okay? So please don't consider yourself weak for not doing that, because that too would be a lie, all right, to believe. I mean, you've got free will to do it, but I really strongly advise against it, okay? And the divine would almost order you not to if they could, in some respects, okay? So it's not healthy, it's not helpful, and it's not why you're here, okay? It is an after effect of being here, I get that, but look at you being able to transmute out of the 8, you broke it down into a 6 and a 2. What's amazing about that is, I mean, this speaks to a mastery level. I have chills. Think about this, collective. You could have broke this down. We have 8, right? You could have broke it down into a 5 and a 3 of swords. Do you want to talk about the 5 of swords? It's literally a card for conflict, right? The 3 of swords. Yeah, that's another kind of conflict. Talking about heartache, sorrowfulness, grief. Have you ever grieved somebody? Whether they were alive or not, have you ever grieved? It's not pretty. It hurts. It's hell. Literal hell. Okay? So you have literally alchemized hell. Whoever I'm speaking to, I need you to know you're fucking powerful AF. Okay? Walking demon slayer, if you will. Okay? This is somebody who, yeah, chills. You can manipulate or not manipulate, excuse me, maneuver. Well, you can manipulate energy, that's for sure. Oh, the darkness, I see. Oh my god, right? Hold on. Oh, hold on. Damn. Hold on, I'm getting a download. Oh. Whoever ooh, man, that energy is, ooh, that shit is strong. Hold on. Yeah, High Priestess. Shit, man. And I'm not even calling you a chick. This is a guy, girl who like, whatever. This is a guy, girl, what have you. I'm sorry. Guys, bear with me. I'm so tired. I don't even have my regular words. The fuck? Um, so don't come for me because I love everybody. That was not anything intending to sound offensive. I don't even know what the fuck that was myself. I'm doing my best, you guys. But, alright, so, but I'm getting with this High Priestess. My point, okay, long and short is, I'm not getting that it's all a collective of people in female meat suits, is the best way I can say that. And again, I'm not intending to be offensive. I just want you guys to know, if you're literally out there with a member or a third leg, this High Priestess still includes you. Especially if you were thinking it should. Okay? Alright. Now listen, you guys. These are just some of the cards, not all the cards I have, okay? But we're talking about alchemy before I even got to the fucking High Priestess, right? On the other side of a tower card, right? We're going to talk about the bad, the quote-unquote bad. Alright, we're calling it bad since most of you want to call it that, but it's really not. I'm going to drive that point home too. Just stay with me. We've got the Magician card coming out. I mean, Jesus. We literally were talking about, it's 8:33 on the clock. Oh my god. Break it down, collective. Like you do anyways, as I see here with these swords. The 8 speaks of being in the direct will and alignment of source, of God. Okay? And 33 is Yeshua's number. So whoever I'm talking to is extremely top tier, upper echelon, elite source energy is the best way I can kind of paint this picture. Okay? So when I tell you what I also see in the cards, I need you to understand the magnitude of who you are before I could even tell you what else I saw. What else I saw is you have the power to, this sounds so crazy, but this is the channel. You have the power to command heaven and earth, yes, but also below. So, like, when whoever this is, chills on this, I can't even get the fucking message out, and the chills come. I cannot, I mean, I need you to know this is hella powerful energy, okay? This is not it's like whoever I'm speaking to, you know, and you think you know who you are, but you don't really realize all of that, all of who you are. And so keep going with this alchemy because you're doing it, all right? You're doing the damn thing. You're breaking generational curses, all right? You're probably, I mean, not probably, you're someone who, it's like you do the damn thing, whatever your lane is, whatever your niche is, you do it so well, you teach others. You can't even help it. You just lead by example because you exist. All right, and you're tapped in, and you have such a good heart. I mean, I need you to understand. You have um, occultic symbols for the highest white light in multiples. Um, Coming out in certain aspects of the illustrations on these cards, and then also on multiple cards, and including this magician. All right, um, including, interestingly enough, the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords speaks on decision making. All right, and depending on the cards around it, sometimes it comes out and you go, oh, you know, they don't want to see, they see the truth, but they don't want to see the truth. They don't want to make that choice. You know, backs up against the wall, everything's lined up to, knock it down, and they just don't want to. Right? That's not you. You're the anti that. Right? It's almost like you are walking justice for yourself while being walking karma for the divine. So I get it. You go through a lot, honey bun. I know. I know. But it's because you're so powerfully amazing. You're built for this, even though, yes, I get it. You cried many a nights. No, I'm not. I'm not built for this. I'm not. Again, this is unfair. And it was. It was the tower. I get it. But on the other side of the tower always comes the 2.0, the new 2.0, the now 2.0 version of you. And it's always better every time. Okay? So it's like, I need you to know that you're so blessed that, you're somebody that goes through fuck shit purposefully, not even just to go through it. Like many other people out there that are literally just going through it. Okay? So maybe take some solace in that, Because you're going to go through a storm to come out of it, to go into another. While you're here anyway, because this is the training ground to what? Learn and grow your soul. Hello, alchemist, master level alchemist, high priestess. Welcome. Right? You are in alignment here. I know it looks like, sounds like, smells like hell is breaking loose. Maybe it had to free up a bit. See what I'm saying? God forbid you stayed in your comfort zone. You might find out on the back end of that, way too late, that you were stuck in hell. Bound in a deep abyss of sorts. Whether mentally, physically, and or spiritually. We can't have that now, can we? No. So you've got to what? Learn and grow your soul. So what am I saying all of this for? Be accepting of the journey. because you're here now. Welcome. Right? Right. There's also something to be said about presence. Honor yours. You too are divine, right? You too could very well, and I don't have that particular deck collective, so don't come for me. I can't back it up. But the channeling stands, I promise. You guys know I don't need the cards. Many of you, under the sound of my voice, are direct descendants of Christ's lineage, all right? The bloodline. So there's that. Many of you, just the same, are also, since we're talking about ascended masters, let's really talk about it, reincarnated ascended masters. So again, know who you are. Keep going. See what I'm saying? Because there's something here where it's like, yeah, no, you know how to read the room. Yep, that checks out. Yep. But did you read all of yourself yet, though? Like, did you, it's like maybe you started out extremely outwardly focused, and now you've got a Two of Swords in, right? And by golly, you damn sure can do this, probably in your sleep. It's just maybe you needed a little bit of guidance to know to do it. And again, I say welcome, love and light. Here we are, right? But the Six of Swords, on the other side of this decision making, really speaks of victory, calmer waters. And interestingly enough, I need you to understand, especially, yes, oh yes, especially if when you look to the left and or to the right or up and down or all around, you got no one that you can find to even gaze upon. Oh yeah, I'm talking to you. I need you to know you're surrounded at all times. At all times. Yep, at all times. Yep. At all times. By divinity. All right. You could even see crows and or ravens quite frequently. You don't have to. That's not, that's not the message. But the message damn sure is you are surrounded, heavily protected and guided. All right. This is why you have reached mastery levels at many things. Okay. You have to be guided because of why you're here, beyond simply and solely learning and growing your soul. You can, in fact, be here on a double mission. You could be a twin flame. Okay? So this is a general collective message. So this is why, I have to say, like, well, it could be this or this or this, right? So if you'd like to know with more specificity who you are, or maybe who you're not, right? Book a reading. So now you have, again, continuing on this path of alchemy, really started to, I'll give you this credit because I do see it in the cards as well, to actually scale back that lens to focus a little bit more towards yourself. I do see that. So again, the message is keep going, because on the other side of this, mastery at, I guess I'll call it self-love, right? And I've got 33:44 on the timer and 8:43 on the clock. High levels of divinity, man. This, I mean, I would love to know who this is. I mean, man, I haven't come across this kind of energy in a minute. Huh. And it makes sense. You guys are ascending. So that could be it as well. Keep going, you guys. Hell yeah. Oh, that's it. Yeah, Eight of Cups. Yeah, that makes sense. So as you continue, you're really going to make yourselves... I'm trying to decide which word is more fitting. Spiritually or energetically. And I'm still undecided. So you decide, perhaps. Because the word I damn sure know I want to use is undeniable. And I love that for you, honey bun. I love that for you. 8:44 on the clock and 35 on the timer. The reason why I love that for you is because that means that you actually have, and I still need you to understand this though. It's not, I'm not intending to word curse, so also be mindful of that. So don't take it like that. But even when you get into this, Queen of Cups energy on the other side of this Eight of Cups, right? Leading to some other really great cuppage, like the 10, okay, comes to mind. I see that as well. Um, and you could be seeing 10-10, because I also have the 10 of Pentacles in my hands as well. Um, but it's like, even then, when you get to that aspect of the path, and maybe you are there, I mean, maybe you're not, and that's okay too. I need you to know this is still like the beginning of you, like, really trying to wrap your head around like your value, your worth, right? But you're doing it and you're getting there, right? So it's like, this is something to celebrate, and I'm so grateful to you for doing this work, because this is the kind of work, you guys, in case you ever wondered, that actually helps the collective energy. It's like, it's so much of a um it's so much of an act of alchemy, quite frankly, that it's undeniable. My God, you guys, who is this? Shit. Who the hell is this? Because you are, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the term grid worker, right? But there are some of us in the collective that yeah, are drawn to certain aspects of the globe, right? And it's like, sometimes you know why, and sometimes you don't. You're just like, I just need to go here. I just know I need to visit here, or I've always wanted to go here, kind of thing, right? And it's because at your core, again, you guys, our meat suit is like nothingness compared to our actual existence. All right. Even especially at the metaphysical level, right? Where you can't necessarily see with the naked eye. You know what I'm saying? We're huge. We are entities. Okay. We are energy. We're not simply just a vessel. Okay. And we don't simply just have one. For most of us. So there's that, especially those twin flames. All right. Um. So again, there's something about like, keep going, but focus inward with specificity about who all you are. Okay, maybe you need to book a reading, right? Um, gosh, I need to figure that out though, you guys, because some part of me thinks like I might not have all my decks in the right spot. I wonder if I hope I took note of that whenever I was packing. So bear with me. Just a heads up, you guys. I will totally, if for whatever reason you book a reading and you're saying like, you know, I want a twin flame reading, and I, for whatever reason, find out on the back end, please be patient with me, and of course you'll get a refund. My goodness, I'm not going to just take your money if I don't have the decks. But I really hope that I've thoroughly thought that through, and I really at this point don't know. So just a heads up that that might be the case over the next few weeks. So sorry if that's the case. Hopefully that's not the case. I mean, with my chart placements, I'm pretty thorough about certain things, so I feel like I did myself a little bit of justice, but then again, part of me is panicking, if I'm being honest, because I have a lot of decks, and I don't know. I don't even know where they all are. Like, I know I have them all, but I don't know that I know exactly their location. Um, trying my best, you guys. So there's that. But yeah. You guys, up ahead, I mean, I'm looking at freaking Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. I mean, the Death and the Hierophant cards coming out with the Queen of Pentacles and the freaking Ace of Wands. All right. Um, so be mindful. You started out, right? Whoever's resonating with that aspect of like being extremely disappointed, feeling let down, maybe even shit on by the divine. Whoever was in that King of Wands energy that led right on into that tower, it's kind of feeling like Moldavite, right? Maybe some of you work with that. Maybe some of you need to. You guys, so sorry for the way that I'm sounding. It's just the allergies are real right now. Pollen count is high, and I've been around a lot of animals that I'm not normally used to being around. So, uh, doing my best. All right. But gosh, I am not complaining about the animals, guys, because I missed puppy and kitty love so much. So, and I got a lot of love this weekend, and man, I deserved that for sure, and it was extremely needed. So I'm not complaining. So don't feel bad for me, okay? I'm fine. But really, I just wanted to drive the point home is like, see how the tower doesn't have to be bad unless you like tell yourself that story and then magnify it, the darker aspects to the point where it's really now like a horror story. You've gone through enough. The tower was dark enough, right? So it's like, don't make it any darker on the back end because you're actually free. That's also coming through the cards. It's like, there's some tweak in perception about who you are and about your level of freedom needed here for some of you. Okay, maybe not all. But whoever's resonating with this reading, that's the case, and we got to talk about it. Not in the sense of like, haha, and not in the sense of like beating ourselves up about it, but in the sense of just strengthening, you know, our energy to the point where we ultimately straighten our crown. Again, we are divinity walking, okay? And I gather you do know that at your core. It's just nice to have a friendly reminder, right? Right. It's also nice to have a friendly reminder, understatement, that better days are ahead. And I feel like for whoever's connecting with this message, that would be an understatement to just simply say, better days are ahead, collective. Because these cards are like fucking major arcana cards that say yes and amen, hallelujah. I don't know. I've got all of this like religious templating coming through, so I don't know if you're still working through that or if you are just still about that life. And that's cool too. I'm not here to project onto you, and any of my beliefs. Just explaining the channeling for those, that are like, well, that's not normally coming through the channel. Well, it's not normally coming through the channel because energy changes. We're growing our family, so there's that. This is a general collective message. Okay. Um, I don't know. I feel like there's like one person out there that's like really needing to book a reading so that they can really understand with more, maybe more clarity. Like, oh, this part's for me versus that. Because again, I'm not here um, to foster any confusion. So, I will quickly put the kibosh on that as I see fit and as I am aware to do. I am trying to do my part, but so I don't know because I'm picking up on this energy from somebody that's like, well, why is why is this coming through? And it's like because it's not about you and it's a general collective message. So, but these messages are free, so appreciate these too. I think it would behoove you well to do because there's something usually in most of the messages. I can't say always, just like I can't say never, right? That is for someone that could use a little bit of something out of this pot, right? Usually, can't say always, but generally, I'd like to think that. So, stick around. You might learn a little something, and it might get hella specific for you in the next few moments. Who knows, right? But I'm not for everyone, so there's that too. Different strokes for different folks. I get that. So there's something in here. You could be seeing 8-8 as well, you guys. There's something in here about an incoming message that comes in on the other side of some of this work or some of this clarity, right? And by work, you guys, don't make it like, oh, right? Like, it's not, by work, work is simply like, you know what? I'm proud of myself because I stared at myself lovingly in the mirror on purpose today, right? That's work. It doesn't mean that you're bleeding out on the floor. It shouldn't always mean that too. So if that's you, maybe we should talk so you can get some more clarity. Because we can't have you bleeding out on the floor. You know what I mean? Like, that's not why you're here, and that's not conducive to why you're here, so, like, don't do it. Okay? um, as I say that, I see 8:54, and I had 45:45 on the timer, right? So fives and fours reduce down quite nicely to nines, right? Maybe some of you are standing at the edge of a new beginning of sorts because you have already done the work to put yourselves into the right proper trajectory. So some of you could be feeling like the tower's darker, more harsh, because you're actually on top of it having to get reacclimated to the new energy. Gosh, that's a lot. But then again, you're here to learn and grow your soul, and you're a fucking alchemist. So this would be your training to be who you are. It might even be necessary, pain, if you will, to help you remember that you are the alchemist. So again, you guys, there's something about honoring all aspects of self as well as all aspects of the journey, the quote good and the quote bad. All right. Um, I have to say it that way because you guys, we want to call things good and bad, but they're just they it just is what it is sometimes, and we just want to attach stigma to it. Well, that's bad. Well, is it always bad? You know, is it always good? Can you say? Should you ever say always? Can you ever say never? Should you say never? I had a discussion with someone, again, very special yesterday, and I said to them, I said, "Oh," I said, "Honey bun, you can't." They lovingly intended to offer something, and I know 1,010% that they intended to offer what they were offering from like an extreme pure place of love and light, like, and that was just so endearing, and I almost want to tear up at the thought, because that's literally what's the case, it's the truth, right? But I had to be grown up about it, and I had to express, as much as I wanted to cling to, what they were offering, and just kind of like delusion myself to be like, yeah, that could actually be a possibility. I just know enough now in this 2.0 version of myself, right, that I'm honoring, that just simply can't always be the case. It could be the case most times, but you know practically not always the case. And I just am so authentic of a person that I just almost refuse to, like, not address elephants in the room as I see them, or not be realistic or emotionally mature about things, even when they're discussing things that maybe I would prefer they not be things to discuss, right? But being mature, I stepped up and was like, well, really, if we're being honest here, you really can't offer that to me all the time, and I just want you to understand that I understand that, and that that's okay. So please don't feel like that's what I'm asking of you, kind of thing. And so um, there has been a level of growth that just me sharing because I care, and, I'm intending to lead by example. A level of growth that, along the way I've realized, hey, this helps me grow even further, right? Because now think about it, collective. If I hadn't done enough of my own shadow work to know when somebody tells me something that, oh, wait a minute, now I know because I've done the work for myself, with myself, and within myself, by myself, all right, that you really can't offer that realistically all the time, maybe I would have missed that and I would have clung to that. Next thing you know, my world's crashing down with another tower moment, perhaps, right? Maybe a dark, bleak one, because I had extreme, unrealistic expectations, because I had participated in activities of extreme toxic codependence, right? And now here we are back to square one again, and I'm wondering, why doesn't anyone love me? Gosh, I can't really get to that kind of experience because I've come too far. I've done the work. And so, again, this is not me trying to be on some form of soapbox, or this is not me bragging. Um, I'm still on the journey with you guys, right? I'm just sharing because I care, and because I've been chosen to, right? If I'm being honest, right? Sometimes I'm like, oh, I have to share that? Yeah, if I'm being honest, because I like to consider myself a very private person. So there's that too. But hey, I'm here for a reason, and I'm going to show up. And as I do, I show up for myself. And as I show up for myself, I show up for the collective. And so, whoever I'm talking about, I just need you to know that goes for you too. And that's amazing. And that's needed. And by that, I mean you are amazing and you are needed here. So please don't give up, okay? Because I know I'm looking at the cards and I'm not talking about all of them. I won't, because this is already a long enough video. And I appreciate your time. I just saw 5111 on the timer and it's 9 a.m. where I'm at. The crazy synchronicity about that is that, again, it's touting heavy. It's double the energy of new beginnings. And it is carrying a sidecar energy, if you will, of major life changing, transformative change. Maybe you too are going through a process like your girl here. Maybe you too are relocating, perhaps, right? It doesn't have to be the case. This could be mentally, right? Maybe you are rewiring your whole supercomputer brain, right? To, free yourself from the fuck shit templating, that dead weight, the toxicity, right? The belief that you are the bad guy because everybody offered that to you, right? Maybe you're learning, I can't any longer delusion myself that I can offer any one thing, doesn't matter what the thing is, right? All the time or at all, right? Depending on what all we're talking about. Again, general collective message. See what I'm saying? But you know, growth is upon us, right? Makes sense because we're in the new earth energy. And you guys, new earth is really talking about mindset, mental, all right? If I'm being honest, going beyond the mental, learning how to reside beyond the mental to keep balance in it all right? In spite of the mental. So again, alchemy, and that's you. Um, you are heavily and heavenly watched over, okay? Yes, but I need you to also understand that you are watched over with the, of course, highest vibrational intentions. Of course, this is not a message of doom and gloom, and this is not a message of, rocking with your demons, so to speak. But the underworld favors you as well, honey. But again, you you went there and you took its keys. Remember? Oh, you will. You will. Keep going, right? So, yeah, you are top tier, upper echelon, elite aspect of source energy, right? Remember how, let's talk about Jesus, they call him, all right? But I prefer to call him by his name, Yeshua. Let's talk about Yeshua. Remember how they talked about Yeshua taking the keys back from hell? Yeah, alchemy. Mm-hmm. Yep, alchemy. Alchemy. Please study to show yourselves approved. And I'm going to tell you right now, you got to go outside of that Bible. Okay? I'm going to give you some general guidance from your angels and close out the session with your Grace Oracle. Okay. All right. So, oh my God. The crazy thing is, I basically channeled this shit already. That's so funny. All right. Um, so the first, I'm gonna run through these cards. I'll give you the tag words, all right, just so that you understand. I really did pull cards. Um, but it's so funny because it's just interesting to note that gifts are increasing for us, collective. I say for you too, because we're all connected. But the first card coming out, and these were pulled from the Indigo Angel Oracle I was drawn to by Doreen Virtue. Compassion. The second card, you are loved. Third, allow love. And we're going to talk about that. Archangel Michael coming out for the win. The next card, talking about you already know. That's so funny. Mike got jokes. Because the way I did not get that in that form or fashion the first time whenever I actually pulled the cards, but right now it's Loki coming through like Archangel Michael coming through for the win, and Mike talking about you already know. That's so funny to me. The next card, if that wasn't enough to kind of put you at ease, indicates trust, collective. Some of you need to shake shit up and learn something new. I think maybe you're up in your head a little bit too much because maybe you're not doing enough. Energy is fluid and it's meant to be, right? So if you have 50,000 stacks of anything, I need you to know that's stagnant and it's not conducive to helping you, okay? And you guys, even if it's something where it's like, okay, no, these things are conducive to helping me, like for instance, crystals comes to mind, right? And it's like I hand picked these crystals because I looked up each and every metaphysical property, aspect of healing, etc. I get that, honey bun, but you might want to cleanse them. You might want to move them around. Okay, there's something about. Um, Please don't be that stagnant energy right now. Okay, it's not time for stagnancy. By stagnancy, I'm not saying that the message is never rest. Okay, I'm saying don't be stagnant in your mental energy. Please and thank you. So open up your mind. We also got a heart card coming out here talking about allow love. Open up your heart chakra. All right. Um, don't always be love. You got to be loved. Okay. So if you are the over lover, all right. And I get it. I'm definitely in that category. I'm the over lover. In case you didn't notice, all right. Love and light. Okay. So balance is needed though, okay? Because you too, like, love you, all right? Some of you need to, really look in the mirror first before you get on that phone talking about, is so and so having a good day today? Did you check with you first, madam? Sir. Okay? Because if you didn't, how dare you? No, I'm kidding. But honestly, it needs to be, like, looked at with, much more importance that you didn't do that. And I'm not saying bash yourself for that, but make it important enough. Make it important enough, like it's like a to-do list or a task at work that your boss is gonna check. Did you do that shit? Because I told you to do it. Did you do it? So tell yourselves to, do what works for you to make yourselves in the energy of that of self-love. But that's almost a prerequisite for ushering in the rest of these blessings. So, I mean, it's important. And that's why the channeling's coming through where it's like you dead ass actually have to kind of like, even if you got to do it begrudgingly, do it with um, heightened intention, I guess. Uh, Probably coming through that way because this is right around the corner. And by this, I mean the fucking big ticket items section of your manifestation. All right, your manifestations already exist. I need you to know that. Okay, you're calling them in, so keep going. Right. Now would not be the time to say, well, I guess they don't exist. Okay, because they're literally undeniably in existence. Anyways, there's something about really understanding. about what is undeniable about this journey, this path, this life, hell, this simulation, okay? Those that don't know, right? Really understand that so that you can navigate it and get what you deserve and also what you already have out of it with a fullness of good and um like joy. You know, you're not here just to be okay. You're not here just to have a good day. You're here to prosper, so much so, okay? And now why would that be? Because you're a divine being having a human-like experience. Remember, you're not just the fucking meat suit. Thank God for that, right? Or goddess. However you subscribe, or thank you for that. But you're not just this. This ain't just it, okay? Um, just like even the chakras, was guided to look into some of the chakras in some of the next sessions that may need some assistance. But you guys, we don't even talk about all the chakras. Study to show yourselves approved, okay? I can't give you everything for like, you know, one session, let alone, you know, one free session, okay? Because that's not the way that's not the way that this works with this community. And actually, it's not even about money, it's for safety reasons. Do you want me to give the karmics your whole fucking blueprint? Would that be smart? Like, do football teams do that? Do they hand each other's playbooks? No. What the fuck? You know what I mean? So there's that. But you are so special that they made a card about it, talking about literally quote, "You are special." And even on this card, it's depicting an angel that doesn't really look like she. It's appearing like a female type of angel. Not that angels even have sex, but whatever. You know, she's got her head hung. She's got her shoulders kind of drooped a bit, and she's got her arms folded across her, like she's not confident or like she's the bad guy. Somebody out there really needs to cut the shit, bro. Like, dead ass. Like, you don't need to believe the lie any longer just because you used to, right? It's okay to drop the lie and pick up the truth. And the truth is that you're amazing. The truth is that you are lovable. The truth is that you're not the only one. Let's see what else. The truth is that your story is not over yet. And the truth is that um, you're not SOL. Like there's no period here. You're not done. And the truth is that you are here for great reason with great purpose. Like there's really no way around it. Just like that tower. Honey bun, whoever you are, you literally are a version of a tower. You are the storm. Alright? So I get it, you know, even in that positioning, it's easy at times to get wearisome. Battle weary comes to mind. You know, wounded warrior comes to mind. I get that. I get that. And the divine gets that too. And that's why you've got, you know, messages talking about be graceful. You're so loved. Like, you're not the bad guy. You know what I mean? They get it. They're just asking you to continue to do your part to alchemize, okay? They're assisting you, of course. But please be mindful to ask for their assistance with more frequency, okay? So that they can assist you with greater magnitude, all right? And the reason why is not because you're unworthy and you're lucky if they help you, if you should ask. No, no, honey bun. It's just that this life is far more spiritual than you might realize. And there's a lot of spiritual laws and principles that, again, just like the tower, you can't get around. And so the angels rely on you to do your part here, to continue to do your part. They're not saying it like, oh, you never did shit. They're saying, please don't give up, okay? Continue. Continue to work with us. Continue to open your heart to us, to allow for healing, so that another lover who could be literally dropped out of the sky for you, all right, in perfect divine timing. Okay, so it's okay if you have no idea who the hell it might be. That could come and be the love of your lifetime. All right, and that you are deserving of this whole time. Okay, I need you to understand that as well. This is not a situation where it's like, okay, hey guys, gather around. The divine said if we do this, this, and this, and this, then we become worthy. No. We're worthy the whole fucking time. We're divine the whole time. It just is. It's not good or bad. It just is. Alright? Just like energy. Alright? Just like divinity. I'm getting deep here, but this is for somebody. Because somebody out here understands that. This code with which I'm speaking. And I'm smiling as I say this. Probably because I'm grateful for you. But I'm also excited for you. Because, I mean, I don't know what all you do, collective, but man, I'm here for it. I tell you that much. I do tell you that much. And, you know, especially if you're out there seeing 8, 8, 10, 10. I saw 7, 7 come through as well. I mean, you're on the great side of karma. You should be excited, okay? Some final guidance here coming out for you, collective. Turn off the noise. Silence nourishes the body, mind, and spirit. So again, there's something about going within and getting off that phone, right? Somebody's on their phone specifically too much. Believe in the power of grace. When we least expect it, a new door will open and the light of grace will illuminate our next step. There's that 999, and or there's that 111, and or there's that 1010 energy. Could be seeing 1111 as well. That new beginning, that new door opening with the light of grace illuminating your next step. So depending on where you are, honey bun, you know, maybe you're literally there at that new door. Maybe you've just crossed through that threshold of the new door, or maybe you're, you know, journeying your way to it, okay? But either way, don't give up and keep going, okay? Watch for a miracle. Coincidences are divinely inspired moments designed to remind us that a higher power is guiding our lives. This is so crazy because this is exactly what I was trying to make reference of whenever I was talking about the synchronicities, collective. Um, like for instance, and I'm just sharing, I know it's a really long video. Thank you for bearing with your girl. But I'm here to help you as well, okay? I'm sharing because I care. So, you know, I don't really believe in coincidences anymore, right? Because I would liken to them as a synchronicity. But this, you know, I didn't write the oracle, so and the oracle was prosed a certain way for people to gain clarity about coincidences. I'm sure. Gosh, if I could speak, that'd be great. But yes, divinely inspired moments designed to remind us, right, that a higher power is guiding our lives. When I tell you that for months I've been channeling movies, songs, certain scenes of like movies and television shows, and I was trying to figure out, like, because, you know, again, I'm like, well, this has to be a synchronicity. There's got to be a meaning. Nothing just happens in this life, right, collective? So I'm like, at times trying to like wrap my head around, like, why the heck does this keep coming through the channeling? And it'll be like things that like I haven't experienced or heard of or been around or had remembrance of for many, many, many years, you know, even into my actual childhood, right? This one weekend alone has cleared that up, and this card has actually helped me on the back end of it too, if I'm being honest. And the front of it indicates watch, so keep your eyes open for sure. Watch for that miracle. Watch for the synchronicities too. I tell you what, I'm taking step after step here in my own journey, And I'm like, oh my God, this is why this is coming through. It's to let me know when I get here to this part of the path. Yes, and amen. Like, I'm in alignment. This is good. Like, this is because I'm okay. So I don't want to give a doom and gloom message. So this is not that, but this is me trying to share because I care. Okay, the path may not be. It might feel like a tower moment, if I'm being honest. And a tower moment, you maybe knew it was going to be a tower moment because it's transition, right? Duh. But maybe it felt or seemed or, sounded or, I don't know. Maybe there was literally a little bit more darkness attached to it than you realized, right? And so maybe your faith might have been, you might have been triggered into needing to flex those faith muscles again. Again, it's like, will I or won't I? Do or die? Do I give up or no? Right? Along the way. And so it's really important to stay tapped in, you guys, because those synchronicities really help you stay grounded throughout the storm, throughout the tower, throughout the darkness, right? It's like the divine really has made me feel so secure and loved and safe in some very tumultuous energies and transitional phases. And I want that for you. So you guys, and of course, Avi, the divine wants that for you. So keep an eye out, you guys. Stay watch. Be mindful. Don't just take things, with a grain of salt if you don't have to, because you might be missing out on some beautiful energies of feeling loved and feeling secure and safe. And gosh, isn't that what every last one of us longs for at times? Right? And the divine's looking to usher those energies, those specific energies, just like that, onto you even now. So again, be open. I don't know if somebody is, maybe some of you are just stepping into this path, right? Maybe you are coming out of some religious templating. And the divine's saying, we understand, we get it. Just stay open, and not stay open because this is a trap and we're trying to demonize you and send you to the dark pits of hell. That's not it either. Like, nobody, that's also a lie that you should not believe, all right? So, I don't know if somebody maybe needs to revisit some truths here, right? It's like, really, what truths do you know to be true? Identify them. It's good to check, right? You should have some to check, all right? And maybe after checking what they are, maybe reevaluate them after, especially the new energies have ushered in from the last time you checked until now, right? Truths sometimes have a propensity to change along the way when you start really breaking free out of some templating that the divine definitely is looking for you to kind of climb out of. All right, you're being called into this call within to kind of alchemize some of this templating that still stands. All right, as of now, but this too shall pass unless you will it otherwise, right? But it would behoove you well to do the work, collective. All right, watch for miracles and bring your mind into present moment. All right, now is the only place to be because right now is all we have. Okay, and so the more that you're grateful for the right now, the better and brighter your future becomes. And gosh, I know you can do it because I've seen your future in the cards, collectively, of course, and collectively, I'm here for it. Just saying. And I'm talking major arcana, indicating yes and amen for you. Okay, it's a wonder I didn't see the freaking Wheel of Fortune, but again, the message stands. I promise. Thank you for bearing with me. I realize that I probably sound half cocked. I promise I'm okay. I just, it's high pollen, and pets and things that I'm not normally around, and so all of that, and I'm exhausted from just, this path of deliverance for such a time as this. This too shall pass. Okay, so if you're like me and can resonate with that for whatever reason or reasonings, right? Don't give up, all right? You're fine, okay? I need you to know that. I would tell you, I promise, if I saw anything else to warn you about. But really, this is just a training to ensure that you've got the highest, most vibrational version of faith muscles, is the best way I can put it. So keep them flexed, all right? You got this. And don't forget to delegate what you really feel like you can't handle out to the divine, to the angelic realm, for assistance. Ask your guides, okay, those that are connected to the elementals, you know what to do. You know what works for you, and you know your sources of guidance. And yes, I said sources multiple. It's just that you've got to keep going, and you've got to keep honoring yourself, all right? So that you can get into a right and proper perspection of your worth and your capabilities spiritually and just in a general and generic sense, okay? Because that is par for the course of bringing in or allowing the floodgates, if I'm being honest, to kind of like open and allow this shift, all right, with you being in a right and proper alignment to be ready to accept all of these blessings, multiple, okay, and of extreme high value and great magnitude to come in for you. They already exist. Your name is already affixed to them, okay? This is just you continuing to do your part. But I need you to know you're already worthy. So I don't know if you got to tell yourself that, remind yourself that twice a day, maybe once in the morning, once before, you ultimately slumber, because there is some blockage there, honey bun, and it's working against everything that you deserve. That's really looking. It's kind of trying to chase you down, even as I speak out these words to you. Okay, so get serious about what you need to get serious about. Whoever this is resonating for, and detach, let go, walk away from who all and what all ever you know that you've been asked to. Okay, again, this is you doing your part. The divine is not here punishing you. It's just you're here to learn and grow your soul. 11717 was just on the timer. That's a lot of new beginnings and a lot of rewards energy looking to come in for you now. Unless you believe otherwise, self-sabotage yourself to the point where you don't allow for this alignment. Okay? So what will you will, collective? I haven't asked that question to the collective in a while. But it's high time I do, especially with our collective, our family growing. What will you will, collective? And for those that don't know, this is a question of preventative maintenance. All right? Really, when I ask that of my collective, it's because the divine wants you to understand a few things. You are at a crossroads of sorts, okay? Irregardless, this is a timeless message, so regardless of when you receive this message, okay, I need you to know that as well. But you're at a crossroads, most likely. And so that means there's some decisions, some choices to be made and to be had, right? And it also speaks of you needing to really magnify your perception of who you are so that your reality shifts to the right and proper form of your best life, your highest vibrational timeline. Okay? It's a whole ball of wax I'm trying to dumb down into dummy words. So bear with me, okay? Because this is really, I'm trying to verbally speak about very supernatural things as well as alchemy. And these are things you can't even see with the naked eye. So trying to make the best sense of it as possible. So bear with me. All right. There's a lot riding on this collective. This is why the messages keep coming through to go within. All right. Because once you do this, then you're allowing for the blessings to come in. I can't really say it any more simplistically than that. So I hope this is making sense. I'm here to try to make sense for you, to make sense of your own lives, okay? I want that for you, and the divine wants that for you. And again, your story's not over yet. So, you could have had intentions to be, in the state of Montana from the year such and such to the year you die, right? And I get that. All I'm asking is for you to just be open to the now. Because those intentions, quite frankly, were created in the past. And all we have is the right now. And the real reason why the right now is so important, if I'm being frank, all right, maybe somebody out there is named Frank or connected to one, right? Or maybe you too are frank with your words, um, is that you don't you don't really have I don't want to say it like you don't have a choice in the matter, but like it's like you deserve this, don't you want it? You're here for this. And by this I mean all of your blessings, right? Everything you've been intending to manifest, whether you had awareness of the intention or not. Um, I don't even know if you could have awareness of how great some of these manifestations are coming in because you don't even have awareness of how awesome you are yet, most of you that are resonating with this. So be mindful of that as well. Again, I don't want to make it sound like you don't have free will, but it's almost kind of coming through energetically here where it's like, it's like I kind of want to channel a conversation that goes like this. You don't have any choice in the matter. You're here for this. You want this. This is yours. It's you anyway. So what you're going to do is this because this is you. So I don't know if that's like your higher self trying to come through with some tough love. Because I can't imagine that this is like angelic realm coming through saying it that way. They're usually much more milder, referable to blessings coming in. I don't want to make it seem like they're extremely meek and mild all the time, but so yeah, this could even be your higher self coming through just to be like, hey, get your head out of your ass and into the game. And by game, I guess I'm talking game of life. And most of us, those that know, really do consider it that, being it's a simulation of sorts. Some call it a hologram. So, there's also something coming through the cards, quite frankly, collective, that the moment you kind of just like surrender and allow for this, there might be somebody that's saying, yeah, I keep hearing this. All of the readers say this about me, but I don't fucking know. I can't connect. I blah, 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 blah. Maybe just shut up a little bit and sit down in the grass somewhere, right? Hell, maybe even with some if you need. Okay. Those that know. But, just allow, all right? Be open. And then see what happens on the other side of that. Because everything you've been doing up till now about, well, I can't, I don't fucking know, blah, blah, blah. It's not helping you. It's not assisting you. It's been the opposite of that. So don't do that either, okay? Even if you're not going to sit down in the grass with grass, right? Don't do what you've been doing if that's you, okay? Because that's not helping. And maybe that's the blockage. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. But definitely, tap in. I feel like we had a really great session. It went much longer than I anticipated, that's for sure. And it was very deep. We hit a lot of veins here, if you will. And so I think why I'm honing in on that is because the guidance is like, please don't, like, you might want to listen to this again, or like maybe even sleep to it, because there's something about like, stay with your level of consistency. Yeah, there's money even writing on this. Hold on one second. Oh man. See, Spirit's even saying it's almost like if you don't. The reason why I was kind of wanted to channel a conversation that we just had in that manner is because there's so much more writing on this than Spirit's allowing for me to even know, because it's supposed to be a surprise. Like, you're so special. My God. I'm literally channeling "You're so special." And I'm not gonna lie, collective, I'm fucking tired. So I forgot we even had a card that said that. And I look down as I'm channeling and I'm reading what I'm channeling out of my mouth. So that was kind of freaky. So excuse me, but that was weird. So I'm working through that. That was crazy. Yeah, there's this card here. Look through the situation, right? It's like everyone's shitting on you. Look through the situation. It's like you look to the left and to the right, up and down, and you see hell, death, despair, and destruction. Look through the situation. The reality is you're the free one. The reality is you're the light. You're the alchemist. You're the authority here. You're the great one. There's no bad guy here if we're talking your energy. But everyone is shitting on me. Yeah, I know, right? Why would that be? Because you're special, aren't you? Yes, you are, remember? Oh, now you do. Now you're starting to remember, aren't you? Yeah. So look through the situation, not simply at it. Look through the storm, not simply at the storm, but it's approaching. Yep, I know. Look through it, because that's where you're going. You're going to go through it. You're not going to get stuck there. But it's approaching and it's telling me I'm going to get stuck there and everybody else agrees. Fuck them. You're going to go through it. Unless you tell yourself, I agree with everyone else who's trying to hold me back. Well, you have free will to do that. I'd advise against it. Your higher self's coming through the channeling. Hell, if I'm being honest, to say abort that mission. We don't want that. We want the Ace of Pentacles. And if that's not good enough for you, we want the Ace of Wands. That came out too. Yeah, you want that? Oh, you want them all? Yeah, they're all for you anyway. Your name's literally stamped on them. Right on the side of the ace. Yep. Mm-hmm. I see it. I'm looking at them. Multiple aces. Mm-hmm. Multiple blessings. Multiple miracles. Mm-hmm. With your name on them? Yep, yep, yep. Mm-hmm. Yes. And amen. Now, why would that be? Because you are a divine being having a human experience. Three of Pentacles comes out for you, honey bun. That's referable to source energy. Most people, it's just talking about a guy or about a chick, right? Yeah, no, your Three of Pentacles, the person, the entity, the energy that's seeking you out to collaborate, or that does often collaborate with you, your energy, yeah, that's source. Not just a chick. Not just a guy. Alright, again, upper echelon, elite, source energy. You are. You are special. I love you guys. I hope you know that. I also, more importantly, hope you love you the way you deserve to be loved. You're the most likely candidate to step up to the plate and love you just that way. So don't forget that. And if you're out there going, oh, I haven't forgotten, I'm literally that person, I'm literally the love of my life, I need you to know that's okay too. And you're in alignment for a real treat. Don't give up. Love and light.